Hey guys, I'm Mary Clyde, and I don't know why I just introduced myself, because if you're watching this, you probably know me in real life, which is why you're watching this. If you're a stranger, sorry. You can get out now before it gets too late. Also, I need to just let y'all know before we get started on this Bachelor recap thing that I just spent the last 2 minutes sitting in front of the camera going like this, and like maybe I should do all of my talking from this angle, because I mean there's no good way to look good on these. But someone told me, hey Mary Clyde, you should do a video recap of The Bachelor. And then someone else was like, yes, that's an excellent idea. And I was like, ooh, okay, let's try. So if you watch The Bachelor, then hopefully you'll think this is funny. And if you don't, okay, so let's talk about The Bachelor this week. But also, have you noticed that JoJo is always the one at the center of all the like super serious conversations? Whether or not it's talking about somebody else or like somebody sharing their like most deep feelings at the time on one of those outdoor couches by the pool. It's always JoJo that they're talking to, which leads me to believe that either she's an excellent listener or she really likes to be the center of all information. I'm going with the second. Okay, so first date happens. Lauren B gets the one-on-one, and Ben takes a flight attendant to an airport. I was skeptical at first, I'm not going to lie, and I think she was too. And then, because he apparently only speaks in date card lingo now, he says as they get out of the car, join me on my magic carpet ride. Okay, Aladdin. Whatever. But then they like, of course, have to fly over the Bachelor mansion because it wouldn't be The Bachelor if they didn't rub it in everybody else's face that they were on a date. And way to go, producers, because that plan worked. There were a lot of girls that got legit upset about it. Hello, you came on The Bachelor. You know he's gonna be going on dates with other people that you're going to know. You're going to be living with these people, and you're going to know when those dates are happening. So, like, don't get upset, Olivia. Jubilee. And then they go to, like, the awkward hot tub that's outside in the middle of nowhere. And they talked about how it was kind of awkward, but then Ben was like, whatever. We're just going to go with it because it's a hot tub, and I'm a dude. And then they cut back to the mansion, and of course, Kayla is crying because she got the first one-on-one, and now she's like, oh my God, this is real, and there's like potential for me to get my heart broken. Yep. That's true, Kayla. Welcome to the party. Oh, also, I had to write down notes while I was watching because otherwise I would have gone off on a tangent of like all kinds of crazy stuff. We're not even gonna like get started down that road because there's no coming back. Back to Lauren B and Ben's date, and there's like more talking, you know, typical Bachelor chit chat. And then this country singer that I've never heard of gives them a concert, and I'm willing to bet neither one of them had ever heard of her either. Just a hunch. Okay, so the group date happens, and Alex Morgan and Kelly O'Hare from the Women's World Cup team come out, and that's really cool. And then they get to like learn how to play soccer because none of them know how. And that's funny. Like, I'm not a soccer player, but I know a little bit about it. I mean, I know enough to like watch it and be able to keep up. These girls learning how to play soccer is downright hilarious. If you haven't watched that part, you should go back and do that. And then Olivia says, I mean, y'all, she talks on camera for a living because she's a news. Either way, she's like on the news. And she says, Ben looks so good in his blue with his eyes and his pants. I'm sorry. I can't not laugh at that because thank you, Ben, for wearing pants. I'm so glad Olivia thought that you look so good with your pants on. Chris Harrison comes out, which is never good news when you're on a date. And then I remember, oh, Rachel's the unemployed one. So let's talk about that for a second, because what does that even mean? I mean, I know what that means. She doesn't have a job. So does she like live at her parents' house and she just graduated from college? So she's like, hey, I'm going to go on The Bachelor and then I'll try and find a job instead of getting a job and then like probably getting fired because I went on The Bachelor. Do people get fired for this? I think I probably would. Not because I would be like scandalous or anything, but because I'm a teacher. And I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like maybe that's not the best environment to put yourself in when your students' parents might be watching. So they like cuts back to the mansion and the date card arrives and Jubilee is like, I'm going to vomit because I'm not going to get this date because pity party. And then, holy crap, it is Jubilee. And it makes me think of that scene in Legally Blonde where they're like going down the list of like who gets to be an intern in Callahan's big trial, and it's like all these people and Warner and Vivian and the tall dude that like shoved a donut in his mouth in that one scene, and then it's like, and then that leaves one more for, and Elle Woods comes up and is like, me! I feel like that's probably how Jubilee felt. That's how I would have felt. And then Amber will not shut up about trying to get some time with Ben, and I'm like, Amber, seriously, shh! But then she does get some time with Ben, and we're all like, geez, finally. And she feels the same way, but she doesn't say it like that. So she sits down, and they, like, talk a minute, and then she just randomly kisses him, and he kisses her back. But, I mean, there's a part of me that is like, I think that Amber was way more into that kiss than Ben was. But he still gives her the rose, and then Olivia's like, her kind of hurts my feelings that I didn't get the rose, but it's okay, because if he gave me one every time, that would be way too obvious. So this then brings me to Olivia always saying Ben is her husband. And I mean, also, homegirl is confident, and she is not afraid to tell you that she is confident, and that Ben is her husband, and she and Ben are going to get married, and let's change her name to Olivia Higgins right now. 6 times that happened in this episode. And the only reason I counted is because it felt like a bunch more than that. All I know is thank you, DVR, for fast forwarding through commercials, except for that one Honda Civic commercial during Jubilee's extremely boring date where I rewound the commercial and Shazam the song that was playing. Oh, also, this is the time where Olivia proves herself as the world's biggest, and I mean biggest, overanalyzer, because she goes into this like unspoken communication that she and Ben have, and he pushed off my leg when he stood up. Okay, he had to put his hand somewhere so he could stand up. Your leg was in the way. But that just tells me that like he's still there for me. Whatever, Olivia. Okay. I thought I was a bad overanalyzer, but I think that you take the cake. Okay, so then we go on Jubilee's date, and I'm not going to lie, it's kind of boring, except for the beginning part where she made everybody mad. And because she's all like, I can't believe that I'm going on this date. It's like really weird that I'm going on this date. Why did he pick me? I don't know why he picked me. Woo. Okay. So then Jubilee gets all weird when Ben shows up, and she tries to like play it way too cool. And then Jamie says about the only thing that I like that she says in this episode, which is that Jubilee was being Akko Taco. I'm like, I'm gonna start using that one. Thank you. And then they go outside, and Jubilee gets to ride off in a helicopter, and all the other girls are like, oh my God, helicopter, that's so unexpected for The Bachelor. And Jubilee is like, I'm gonna die. I don't want to do this. I don't want to ride in this helicopter. And then I'm going to jokingly, again, trying to play it way too cool, try and be like, oh, does anyone else want to go on this date? That doesn't go over too well because no one got your joke, Jubilee, and Jamie was offended, and Amber said it was disrespectful, and Kayla straight up feels sorry for Ben right now because he's trapped in a box in the sky with you. Which is funny. And then their date is super boring. But then we get back to the entertaining stuff because the girls are like, what? She's home? I can't even believe it. Oh my God, knew she was going away. So then we get to the cocktail party and Ben comes and he's like, hey, I got bad news today. I'm super bummed. like sort of code for, can this just be like a super chill night? And Olivia's like, nope. Oh, by the way, can I talk to you? I'm going to talk about me, and I'm going to talk about the things that the other girls did that hurt my feelings. And Ben is less than stoked. Anyways, we're at the cocktail party. He has some like really sweet moments with some of the girls, like completely normal conversations. Jubilee like gives him a massage. I mean, he's loving it, because who doesn't love a massage? If somebody says, hey, come over here, I'm going to give you a massage. If they're not a stranger, I'm going to be like, all right. But none of the other girls liked it because jealous. Whatever. Then all the girls are like still mad about Jubilee. And Amber is like, you know what? We're just going to tell her. We're just going to tell her that we're mad at her and we don't like her and why. That's a bad idea. That's a bad idea, Amber. Never a good idea. So Jubilee, like, obviously she's going to freak the freak out. And Ben, like, finds her in the bathroom and she's, like, mildly panic attacking. Oh. Amber finds him in the bathroom and is like, I still need to tell you why everyone's mad at you. And Ben shuts her down. Like, totally handles it like a hero. Then he comes back in and he's like, I'm going to sit down on this couch because this night is crazy and I'm over it. And then as soon as he sits down, Lace comes in and is like, hey, we need to talk. And Ben is like, like literally his face did that. And he's less than thrilled. And they go outside and there's a lot of crying and a lot of like, I still need to work on myself. Long story short, Lace is going home, and I think that's a good decision. Bye, Lace. Also, bye-bye to Shoshana. Also, Jamie, good riddance. And then Jamie goes outside and is all like, oh, this is why I'm still single. I can never get a boy. And then it flashes her age on the screen and it says 23. And then I'm reminded why Blink-182 said nobody likes you when you're 23. Even though 23 was a fun year for me. It was really fun. But then I'm like, seriously, you're 23? Talk to me in 7 years. And then she gets even more crazy because she goes into this whole spiel about expecting things from humans. And I can't believe I ever thought a human would like me. And I don't know why I expected anything from a human. And I'm like, are you an alien? So Amber Amber got a rose because she was safe. She got the rose on the date. Lauren B was safe. She had a date rose. Jubilee got a rose on her date. So all three of them are safe. Lauren H, who has some good hair, she got a rose. Amanda, the mom, got a rose. Becca Tilly from Chris's season got a rose. Haley, twin 1, got a rose. Emily, twin 2, got a rose. Rachel, the unemployed girl, got a rose. Kayla broke up with her boyfriend when she saw Ben on TV. I'm just going to leave that there. JoJo, who's the information center, gets a rose. Jennifer, still not, I mean, like, I know who she is now, but, like, we don't know a whole lot about Jennifer. Leah gets a rose, and then Olivia's, like, sweating bullets. Oh, my God, I'm not going to get a rose. I'm not going to get a rose. I'm sure I'm going to get a rose. I'm so confident. She gets a rose, and she's all like, he saves the best for last. She talks more about their unspoken communication and how he, like, sent her a message that he was like, he couldn't be like everything she needed to be right now, but he will be later, because he like squeezed her waist when he hugged her. Maybe that's just his hug style. But then the previews, they're going to Vegas, and Ben is like, everyone finds love in Vegas. And I'm like, people find a one-night stand and get mistake married in Vegas. I mean, I know some people that got married in Vegas, and they're still married, and they're like totally happy. Long story short, I mean, I don't know that Vegas is the place for true love, but maybe we're wrong. Here's what I learned from the previews. Olivia is going to have a very well-timed panic attack, sort of like Casey from Chris's season, except she was insane. And the twins love Kendra Scott. You should just pay attention to their earring game, because they have like every color. I'm jealous. Okay, this was long. If you lasted this long, well done. And thanks. Okay, bye.